Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hillary. I'm a medium psychic, and what I do here on my channel, if you are new and don't know, is I use my gifts as a medium to channel spirit and give answers to true crime cases, missing people, people that have passed over, celebrities, etc., because it is part of my purpose here, and I like to be an advocate for victims who did not get to have a voice when they were here on this earth. So that is what I do on my channel. I also sometimes do readings and collective readings. I also do horoscopes. So if you are new and you want to see more of my videos, just like, comment, share, subscribe, press the bell notifications so you know when I upload new ones, do all that stuff. And yeah, I'm really happy and grateful to have you here, and let's just get into today's reading. So usually I go into a meditation before I get my answers, and this is because this is how I channel spirit. And I usually write it down because the information comes into me so fast, and then I usually relay it to you guys here on my channel. So today we are discussing Bob Saget. So if you don't know who that is, you most likely do. He played in Full House. I myself watched Full House every day after school when I was a child, so I know a lot about him. He's also a stand-up comedian and just a great actor. He's really well known. I don't think I have to explain much to you guys about him, but he did pass away on January 9th. He was performing a show on January 8th, and he died the next day on the 9th. He died at the age of 65 in a hotel room. Nothing out of the ordinary is found in his room. So what I was getting in my reading was that he was actually at a good place. So I did connect with his spirit and his energy. I do feel like he's still in the soul review, however, so I was also connecting with his spirit. My spirit guides were connecting with his spirit guides. So I was picking up that he was at a good place. He felt he was being given a lot of different options at the time before he passed away in regards to his career, and he was being indecisive about them. But he was at a good place, but ultimately, I know it's contradicting, he wasn't at a good place. And what I mean is that he was okay with like himself and his family and all that, but he wasn't at a good place from what I'm being told in regards to his career. Like, he was not able to be decisive was what I was getting from his energy in regards to what he wanted to do and where he was going. He tells me that he was depressed in regards to his career, but he would always be putting on a happy face for people, so they didn't, like his family, so they didn't have to pick up what he was going through. And I felt like he was no longer interested in his work anymore. So his energy he was giving me this feeling that he wasn't into what he was doing anymore. He was sort of over his career, and he felt like the passion had faded, and he wanted to sort of retire. He didn't really want to be in that career, in the spotlight anymore, if you want to put it like that. He was just sort of over it and sick of it as well. But he felt like it was almost like his mission had ended, and that's the words that I'm getting from his spirit guides, is he felt like his part here was over with on this earthly realm. And I kept hearing that he was struggling a bit with mental illness, and he was struggling a bit for a few months prior to when he passed away. I picked up that he wasn't enjoying his career anymore, and he was sick of making decisions. He was having a hard time making decisions. Things were not as they should be. He didn't like a lot of the... Okay, so he's saying that when he's saying things are not as they should be, was that there's a lot of lies he's saying being told about him in regards to being... I guess he was accused of something to do, I was picking up with his kids. I don't know if it was abuse or... I don't know exactly what it was, but that's why he was saying things are not as it seems, because he was switching from his career to now his personal life. So he was saying that he's still a little bit angry about, I guess, the way that people believe that he was somehow doing something to his children. I've never heard this rumor before, but apparently it's a well-known rumor. But he's just saying that's completely not true. But he's not okay with that being said about him. He's just really not happy about it, and he really wanted me to say that. He really wanted me to get it out there that he loved his whole family very, very much, and he was never, that is just complete garbage, is what I'm hearing. He's not okay with that on the other side. That's something that still bugs him. He tells me he's transitioning on the other side, so he's going through this soul review, but he really wants to tell his family, fans, and friends that he is okay, and that they should try to thrive, and think about the good times they had with him, and just work on healing from his passing. He was really strongly saying that he wants them to just kind of go on with their lives, remember the good times with him, and he was just, being very optimistic and saying they will see me again. They're having a hard time with my passing. So he was also saying that I was shown in a vision, him and his wife eating at a restaurant, and they were both eating steak. So he was showing me this is something they would often do together. I guess they enjoyed going out to eat. They enjoyed steak was something that I'm picking up that they bonded over. He says that he really misses playing baseball, and most importantly, the most thing he's going to miss is making people laugh. He said he was struggling with mental illness for a few months before he passed, like I said, and that he was actually on medication for it, but he did not commit suicide, which is apparently another rumor he was saying that was going around about him. He didn't commit suicide. He says he is grateful for the amazing life that he had here, and that he gave all of himself to his work and his family. He was trying to say that I did my best. I tried to fulfill my purpose on earth the best that I possibly could. He's a really sweet, he's still funny, I get that from his energy, but he's very optimistic, okay? I love that about his energy. He said he is sending his love to his partner especially, because she is having the hardest time with his passing, and he's saying they had a really, really, really close bond, and that they had previous lives together, and she's having a hard time, and he's still around. I feel like he's a little more ascended, a little bit higher on the other side than he was when he first passed. He stuck around for a while for his whole family, but he's saying mostly for his partner because it was really, really hard for her. So he said that he was trying to survive and be happy, like put on a happy face for the last year or so before he passed away. He wasn't suicidal. He's saying he was just trying to find reasons to keep going, because he felt like his mission here on this earthly realm, like I said, was over. He could feel that, and our souls tend to feel that when we're done our purpose here. They're just kind of like, I don't really know what else I have left to do here, and that's the way he was feeling. He didn't feel like he had much purpose in his life anymore, is what he was saying. So he was just sort of living for his family, and he felt like his mission was done. It was over. He said there will be some more information about his passing in regards to substances found in his system from the autopsy. I'm picking up they probably already were, and the public maybe already knows about it, but he's saying there's going to be some more information coming out about that than there already is. Then he went on to tell me about his childhood, and he wanted me to know that his dog actually met him when he crossed over the other side, and that he was really, really happy to see his loved ones when he had passed over, especially his dog. So I thought that was really sweet and cute. He said, despite all the conspiracy theories about his death, he did not commit suicide or pass away from an overdose. Okay, he's saying he did not pass away from an overdose, even though there was medication found in his system. So what I actually pick up, and I see it in a vision, and I seen it when I found out that he passed away, I seen it right away, that he simply hit his head on the baseboard of the bed. And when I went into his energy, I was also hearing that he did take Tylenol for his headache that night, or that day, which made him, I guess, more tired and more drowsy. And I feel like what he's trying to say is that is why he hit his head. It was kind of like he didn't like fall into bed, but when he went to sleep, I guess he just bonked his head too hard. He's saying like it was just like he was being very clumsy, and that's seriously why I picked up, you guys, that he smacked his head on the baseboard, okay? He said he doesn't want anyone to think that anything else happened to him. It was just a natural death. He did just hit his head. He did say that he loved his life, he loved everyone in his life, and that he is going to continue to grow and learn on the other side, and also be there for them like as a spirit guide. He said that he is currently in the soul review, and that he will be moving on to higher dimensions. He will always look over his family. I just said that, and he said that he will greet them when he passes away. So it was I really liked the reading because he was very optimistic. He was very positive the whole time. He was very straightforward with me. He's got a very mature energy to him. I just really enjoyed speaking with him. He's just a really great person, a really great guy. And he just really doesn't want his family to suffer, which is super sweet. So maybe we can pull some cards on Bob Saget spirit. Can we have some more clarity on Bob Saget, please? So I'm just going to keep shuffling here since this deck is really big and sometimes it's hard to shuffle because it is double the amount of tarot because it's the upright and the reversed. Okay, so we have the Hangman reverse. So, yeah. So this is about uncertainty. This is about kind of just waiting for things to be over. It's about, it's about new perspective, contemplation, lack of direction, So he really just felt like he was waiting. He was waiting for his time to come at that point in his life, and he didn't feel like he really enjoyed his work very much anymore. He was looking at things from a new perspective, like he was looking at things like differently than what he would normally look at the career. He's looking at it like it was just becoming a nuisance to him, sort of, is what I'm getting. He just was waiting for it to sort of be over. I don't just mean his life in general. I mean like just his career. He was just kind of waiting for things to end, and he didn't want to make a decision. So right here we have the Devil reverse, which is about freedom, independence, release, reclaiming power, and reclaiming control. So this was a lot about his death, his soul being done. I feel like he was, honestly, I'm picking up a little bit of dementia and Alzheimer's before he went, okay? And that's why he started to feel sort of like he was losing control over his life and things, because it was almost like I'm getting that senile energy, like he didn't feel like he was able to make the right decisions and he wasn't thinking right, is what I'm picking up. And he really just wanted to be released from that. He didn't want to burden, is what I'm hearing right now, his family members as well. That he didn't want them taking care of him. And he was feeling like that was what was going to happen. Like he knew that was coming and he didn't want to burden them. He just wanted to be free. So he wanted to kind of reclaim his energy again and not feel so confused and, to be honest, old. He didn't want to feel old anymore, is what I'm getting. So it was just, his death was more like a release to him as well, like him being free again, okay? What else do you have to say about Bob Saget spirit? Bob Saget. Any more cards on Bob Saget? Okay. So we have the Temperance. So this is about balance, peace, calm, tranquility. That's where he is now. That's what he's trying to say. He is at peace on the other side. He is in tranquility. He feels way better about himself like he did. He doesn't feel stuck anymore, is what I'm hearing. So he's at peace on the other side, which is that's a beautiful card to get. I love the Temperance card. Such a beautiful card to get in most cases. So yeah, so we have the Judgment reverse. So that's just telling me that he was starting to doubt himself and doubt his decisions. And that wasn't something that he wasn't used to that. He was always so sure of everything. And he's telling me the fact that he was feeling that way and he wasn't able to make concrete decisions anymore. That's when he sort of knew that maybe his time was coming and things, he wasn't thinking or he wasn't mentally there like he used to be, okay? He was starting to have self-doubt, which he never really experienced before. Okay, so then we have the Magician reverse. So he wasn't able to manifest anymore. He wasn't able to, I guess, have control over the outcome. That's what he felt like, and that's why this is coming up. He feels like his talent was going to waste as well, because it does say wasted talent, but I was already getting that before. He just felt like he was just sort of there. Like, he was just having the motions, making the motions, you know what I mean? Which is really common for people when we're starting to get older and senile. So we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So bad luck, clinging to, you know, what was and what used to be, unwelcome changes and delays. So he felt like his mental health was delaying him from his career and his progress in life, and he could feel it, like his lack of control. He could feel things just getting out of control for him, and he didn't like that feeling at all. And none of us are going to like that feeling, to be honest, when we become older. So, anything else you'd like to say, Spirit, on Bob Saget? So, 10 of Wands reverse. So, excuse me. Failure to delegate, shouldering too much responsibility, breakdown, taking on what isn't yours. So, he felt like he was, like I said, he was just doing the motions. He was taking on things that he didn't even really want to do anymore. He felt like he didn't belong in that. He didn't belong. Like, he didn't belong where he was anymore. He didn't want to do that anymore. He didn't want to act anymore. He was on this show and he passed away. What I'm getting is he was just kind of like going through the motions. Like, he didn't really want to do it. And he was ready to kind of break down. He felt like he was going to start having breakdowns if he continued to push to do. This is telling me that he's going to be a counselor on the other side to his family. He's going to help them heal. He wants them to heal. And that's what he's going to sort of be like to his family now. He's going to be that counselor and that guide, so he's able to be there for them still, okay? And his fans as well. So, you guys, I hope that gave some clarification into Bob Saget and everything, all the questions you guys have in regards to him. And, yeah, I wish his family, healing and love and everything that I could possibly send to them from my energy, as well as Bob. And I just hope that, the reunion is as great as it's going to be when they all kind of get together on the other side, like I'm seeing it be. So he's still going to be there, though, for his fans. He's going to try and guide people as much as he can on the other side. Anyways, you guys, subscribe, like, hit the bell notification. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.